Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. And off we go on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And trotting out there leading them is their fourth-year quarterback.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes.
Right.
So there's a lot of good that he did, but he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is caught by Watkins. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They're going to look to throw.
This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with a throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this will remain a scoreless game. Now, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Off play action. Brewer going up top for Miller.
And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
On 3rd down, Brewer going deep this time for Miller. And that will be incomplete. Scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. Yeah, they were in field goal range the last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals. I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. There's the Panthers punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Brewer. Forced out to, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here's Tommy Townsend now.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Carolina offense about ready to go.
We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
And this one complete again to Mims. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Back to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Watkins. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, Brewer. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Back to throw again. Open man is Miller. He's got it. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
The Falcons had 5 and 11 on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Kamara with a run on first down, but he's fortunate just to get back to the line of scrimmage there. No gain.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
To throw on 3rd down, Brewer. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They run it again with Cook. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 30 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Caught by Allen.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Back to the ground, Cook. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
He hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
From the 5, here's 2nd and 2.
They'll run with Allen. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Incomplete, right side to Cook. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Off for the field goal try, Jonathan Garibay.
From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Throwing to start the drive. Brewer. And he's got his man out of the slot. Complete. 11 yards for number 11.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. They find some open field here. And all the way down to the 35.
46 yards rushing for him now in just his first 3 carries. Alvin Kamara, Charles, a guy from your alma mater there in Knoxville, and he has developed into a perennial Pro Bowler on the strength of big plays like we just saw there.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Kamara up the middle. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
From the gun on 3rd down. Brewer under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
So not only do you not get the 1st down, but you've also made things a lot more difficult on your field goal kicker.
Yeah, they're still in range, but you're exactly right, because you know the kicker's over there saying, thanks a lot, you just made my job a little tougher, because when he kicks it now, he'll kick it lower. Because he's got to get more distance, that means there's more jeopardy for the ball to get tipped or blocked.
So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and that will keep this a 3-point game.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
He's going to get this one down to Cook. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and
4. They'll set up to throw. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 33 yards that time. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Holding offense.
The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision.
And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line.
64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. They run it again with Kamara. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
And this will be a Falcons first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here.
A brief pause in the action here as they tend to an injury. That's George Kittle shaken up on that last play.
And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Here's Kamara out of the pistol.
He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. It's complete. It's Miller.
And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Throwing on 1st down. Brewer. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Peters. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Back to throw. Brewer. That's complete. It's Collins.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Finding more on the out route for the completion.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Collins. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Falcons go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead grows to 10-0. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in his 1st half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Falcons grab it. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line.
And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. This is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back.
Following the fumble recovery. Brewer. And he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
So after that sequence, if we're watching both teams' defenses, didn't it feel like a revolving door? One's on, they think they're off for a while. The other has to come on, they think they're on for a while. Then they're off, here comes the other one. Just kept turning the ball over. They've got to cut that out.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. He's got his tight end Fryermuth over the middle. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Well, hang on now, we're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. We're week 18. This is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Looking deep downfield.